Don't want to miss all this. Okay, super. Well, we've got enough people. We've got the best people here. How's that? Yeah. Hopefully you had a good Thursday away from me, and had a bit of time to do some presentation preparation. I hope you managed to do that, because today we are going to put you through your paces. Okay. This is lesson 4. It is, I'm sure you're very, very happy to find out it's your last lesson. After this, that's it. All you've got to do is a post-training survey, and that's it. Okay. So in about 3 hours' time, you'll be finished with me. Let's do a quick lesson brief in technology. Hello, Lydia. Yeah.
Hi. Also, just uploading the app is still a problem. Will we still have access to it?
You will have access to. You will have access to it forever, as long as the app developers still host the system. You will have it. Yeah. Because I was going to talk about the app book right now, because we do have a fair few people who are on it. We do have 5 people who are on it now. So, oh, there we go. Tidiane, Vera, Anna, Edgar, Lydia. Lydia, you're on it.
Yes, but I mean, like having it on my phone and all that. But I'll try some more.
Okay, you've accessed it on the computer, but you haven't downloaded it to your phone. Yes. Okay. Yes. Well, okay, that's fine. Are you on an iPhone or an Android?
Android.
Android. Okay, they're pretty much the same. Have you gone through the visual diagram on the phone to how to do it on the phone?
I'll do that. I think I saw that.
Yeah, that's pretty self-explanatory. Have a go at that. And if you can't, then contact the training administrator, and she can have a look and talk you through it.
Okay, we'll do that. Okay. Thank you.
Super. Excellent. Okay, so 5. So we've still got 5 people who enrolled on this course who haven't downloaded the textbook, which is fine. You know, it's not doesn't give me a problem, but you're just not using a resource which WFP is paid for, and backs up everything that we've gone through. Okay, so don't miss the opportunity. Don't miss the opportunity. Right. Okay. These on the screen now, they were the module objectives. Yeah. No surprise, session 4 pretty much is designed to bring all those objectives together. Yeah. Okay. Employing stagecraft for effect. We've talked through it, but you're probably not going to do it because you're doing it on a screen. However, there's non-verbal communication. Absolutely. Yeah. I need to be able to see you. That's the best way of me engaging with you, if I can actually see you. So there's a degree of non-verbal communication, and also the presentation itself, non-verbal. So hopefully today we will bring it all together. Okay, we'll bring it all together. Right. Am I going to be nice? No, I'm not. Because we've got a fair few of you, and I assume everybody who is on my screen now is going to give a 6-minute presentation. Am I correct? Is there anybody who is not comfortable in doing so? Because I do know some of you have not put your assignments in, and some of you have not had your one-to-one sessions with me. So some of you might not be in a good position to be able to present. Is there anybody, and not a problem, I don't mind. Is there anybody here who is not ready to present? Okay. Okay. That's fine. So even those who haven't done the homework, haven't done the assignments, haven't had the one-to-one sessions, you're still happy to do it. Okay, it's fine. Absolutely fine. I like your commitment. It's good. Well, in that case, we will progress straight into the presentation practicals. Yeah. Now, unfortunately, we haven't got everyone here, which is quite annoying, because Yeah, quite annoying to sort out the order of play is quite annoying. But anyway, okay, before we get on to the order of play, the presentation practicals, let's have us do a little technology check. Okay, you will be using Zoom. There have been instructions sent to you, yeah, to look at Zoom. Yeah, what I will do is currently I am the host of this meeting, much like Teams. When it comes to your presentation, I will give you co-host permission. Yeah, it will come up on your screen. You'll accept co-host permission, click on that. Then you will have the same amount of controls of Zoom as I do. Okay. Then you will go to share screen, the control tab at the bottom of your screen normally. It's where your video and mute buttons are. People always know where they are. The same bar, 2 or 3 icons along, there is the share screen. Go to share screen. What I would say the best thing to do is to share. It will then come up with some options of what to share. Your main screen, if you're on 2 monitors, which monitor. I'd say the best thing for you is to do share presentation screen. If you're more familiar with Zoom, you might have to do one of your monitors. Yeah, but share presentation screen is probably the best. Yeah. Note that the green border, which will come up around your screen or your presentation, that is what is being displayed to others. Yeah, so the green border shows you what others can see. Okay. Note that the control tab where your video and mute and share, is often will then be at the top of the screen and activated by cursor. Put your cursor up to it and it will just drop down, and there it'll be. Okay. Is anybody using video in their presentation? Okay, good, excellent. No one's using video. Obviously, we are videoing this, we're recording this, but you're not actually using video. That's fine, so don't worry about that. Once you're ready to go, you click the normal icon on the PowerPoint edit screen, which takes it to presentation mode, or you can also do slide from start. Sometimes in Zoom, you might find a black screen and you might need to go to, also not necessarily in Zoom, outside of Zoom, you might need to go to the 3 arrows, the 3 dots, click on that and use slideshow. Don't worry, your presentation doesn't start until you are comfortable and happy and good to go. So if you've got to take a minute just to get used to what's happening, it's fine. But once this is all set up, it operates as you would normally expect a PowerPoint to do. Okay. So don't worry, each time we will make sure that you're comfortable to present. Okay, then you'll have these 6 minutes. Okay. So presentation practicals, what order are we going to do it in? Okay, well, we're going to be very fair. Yeah. And what I want you to do is in chat, write down your date, the month, just put the month of your birthday at the moment in chat, please. Hello? Okay, this is July, June, there is June. May. Okay, Madonna's May. Who else? Go on. The month of your birthday. April. September. Okay, I think we've got everyone there. Did I not actually volunteer the information? Right, okay, so I'm going to write them in order. Yeah, May. Okay, we've got 2 Mays. Okay, so we've got an April. April is Edna. And then we have 2 Mays, Madani and Saidi. Okay, Madani, what date, what number, what date in the month were you born?
Good morning. The date is 30.
30, okay. And Saidu, what's the date of your birthday? Saidu?
Hello, morning. The date is Friday.
What date of your birthday? What is the date of your birthday?
Friday.
But the actual number, the number in the month. What is the number in the month of your
11.
birthday?
11.
Sorry?
11.
11.
No.
12. 12. Excellent. Okay, 12. Right, so it would be Saidu, then it would be Madani, then it would be April, May, June, then it would be Vera, and then it would be, oh, sorry, no, June. Hang on, I've got this completely wrong. No, Lydia is, Lydia, September. Anna, when's your birthday in September?
17th.
17th. And Bintu, when's yours?
13th.
13th. Okay, 13th, super. So that would be you next. Bintu, then it would be Anna. And then, yeah, that's it. Okay, right. So the order would be in birthdays through the year. It would be Edna, Saidu, Madani, Vera, July, Bintu, and Anna. Okay, so there you go. But we're doing it in reverse order. Okay, so the order of play is Anna, Bintu, Lydia, Vera, Madani, Saidu, and then Edna. Okay, that is the order of play. Okay, right, so in that case, it means that Anna is going to be going first. What we will do, we'll do half of you first, because I don't know whether we're going to have all 10. I doubt we are going to have 10 here. I don't know where the gentlemen are, except we do have Madani and Saidu here, but the other gentlemen, don't know where they are. What we'll do is do half of you before we take a break. Remember, it's 6 minutes. I will give you a little bit of leeway. You do not need to introduce yourself. Okay? Normally you would, unless someone else had done so. Do not introduce yourself. You go straight into it. It's actually a teaser, which is going to start. Okay? Then we will take about 10 minutes to critique using positive criticism. I will open it up to the floor, everybody. Yeah, and then I will also comment. Also, what I will expect you to say at the start, before we do your presentation, I will ask you, what is your objective and who is your audience? Yeah. Then I will ask the rest of the cohort to imagine that they are a member of that audience. Because one of the questions at the end in the critique will be, if you were a member of the audience, what did you understand? What did you get from that presentation? Okay? Everybody happy? I'm sure you are. Over to you. Right, Anna. Are you ready? Are you feeling comfortable to give a presentation?
Yeah, I just need to figure out the technology side of it. Okay.
Okay, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you co-host permission now, okay?
Okay.
So, co-host. There you go. You should now have a icon to press and you have co-host permission. I am going to end my show. And I'm going to stop sharing.
Okay, I don't see the
Okay.
share screens button.
Okay, if you go to where your video and mute is
Mhm.
and go along from there, you should have.
So it was there
Participants.
before, but now that you've maybe co-hosted, I don't see it anymore. Strange.
It was there before.
Yeah. But it said I couldn't share because someone else was. Oh wait, partager l'écran. Okay.
You found it?
Okay.
Okay, you are now screen sharing. Okay,
Okay. So, I'll put it
So-
in presentation.
put it in presentation mode. There you go. Now we can see your notes.
Ah,
Yeah.
Okay.
So the way you do this, and this is good for everybody, go to the 3 dots, click on that, and go to, oh, blimey, it's in French. Yeah,
Is
okay,
it-
I think
yeah?
try that one. Try it. No,
No.
no. Go back
Maybe-
again. So
Maybe
click,
it's
click.
sharing.
Go to presentation mode again.
Hmm.
Go to presentation mode again. They said click that.
Yeah.
Yeah, click that.
So I am, but now it's on my second screen. Okay. Let me. The issue is 2 screens. Okay. Still not. No.
Go to share again, then go to share and share your presentation only.
Okay. Discussion.
We are viewing yours. All we've got on the screen now is your PowerPoint in edit mode.
Tell me what. 1 second. Okay, 1 second.
Don't worry, the first one is always the guinea pig. So don't worry. First one is always the guinea pig. Yeah.
Maybe if I do this. Okay, what about now?
Okay, we're seeing it again in edit mode. So go to
Ah.
presentation mode. Go to presentation mode.
So I am, but I just don't understand why it's not putting.
Oh,
What if I put it here? Okay, what about now?
no, now we've got your Zoom.
Ah.
Very odd. Go to go to PowerPoint. Yeah, there it is. Right, go to share screen again.
Okay.
There we go. That's
Now?
it. That's it. That's
Ah,
it. What
okay.
did you? Okay, somehow you managed to get there. So go
I'm
to the
not sure what
first.
I did.
Go to the first screen. The first.
Okay,
slide.
that is the first screen actually.
Okay. Right. So who who is your audience, and who and what is your objective?
Okay, so my audience is WFP HQ colleagues, sort of senior managers,
Mhm.
and my objective is for them to be more connected to the realities of the field and to stop imposing unnecessary processes and requirements on country offices.
Okay, so that's an interesting one. So the audience is WFP senior management. Okay, so maybe there's been a management meeting or a management gathering from everywhere, and Anna has been selected to talk to them. And her objective is these seniors start appreciating the reality of what work is like on the ground and stop asking for unreasonable requests, putting through unreasonable requests, and basically over bureaucratizing and over processing on the ground. Would that be right, Anna?
Yeah, absolutely. So these are people in headquarters in Rome.
In headquarters. Okay, so everybody else, I want you to imagine that you are a member of senior staff in Rome. Who knows, one day you may be. Okay, right, Anna, you have 6 minutes. Off you go.
Hi, everyone. So I'd like to start with this quote on bureaucracy. Bureaucracy, the rule of no one, has become the modern form of despotism. And I'd like to talk about how this applies to us here in WFP, and particularly us in the field offices. So this is us in the country offices. We're drowning in requests, we're drowning in bureaucracy, we're drowning in requests for new indicators, on discussions on new buzzwords, new theoretical constructs that don't apply to the field. And as a RAM officer, so responsible for monitoring, for being in the field, for targeting, this is actually preventing me from doing my job and from ultimately delivering what WFP needs of me to assist our beneficiaries. So this is where I should spend most of my time. This is a cash distribution point for adolescent girls in one of our schools in Tawa, in northern Niger. This is where I actually spend most of my time, behind my laptop, surrounded by paperwork. Yesterday, for example, I spent most of the day on backs and forth with HQ discussing indicators. Whereas I should have been investigating fraud allegations that we received through our beneficiary complaint hotline about a cash distribution. So I was talking about indicators, and this brings me to my second theme, which is data. Marissa Mayer, the former CEO of Yahoo, once said, with data collection, the sooner the better is always the best answer. Now, this sounds great and makes perfect sense if you're sitting here. However, when this is what data collection looks like on the ground, it becomes a lot more complicated. This is a picture of one of our enumerators who is doing a post-distribution monitoring survey in Tillabéri in Western Niger, which is one of the most insecure areas of the country. And this is actually how he gets to our beneficiary sites where he's supposed to interview people. He's completely disguised as a local for security reasons. He has to be very careful when he travels, what hours, how long he stays in villages. So this is the reality of collecting data in the field. One indicator that may seem simple and just another indicator when you're sitting in Rome actually means real people in the field collecting that information, often in very, very dangerous conditions. So my request is to think very carefully when we ask for data. What do we need it for? Are we actually going to use it for programming? And Mark Twain said it very well. Data is like garbage. You'd better know what you're going to do with it before you collect it. Here is another picture from Niger of data collection in one of our nutrition groups. Data collection takes time from WFP staff, of course, but also our beneficiaries. Let's not mobilize them. Let's not ask them for their time and their inputs if we're not going to use that information. So I started with one quote on bureaucracy. I'd like to end with another one. Theresa May said, "We're getting rid of bureaucracy so that we're releasing time for police officers to be crime fighters and not form writers." I'd like us to replace police officers with program officers and crime fighters with humanitarian workers. We'd like to get rid of bureaucracy to release time for program officers to be humanitarian workers and not form writers. And if we do that, we country officers will stop drowning and we can really become Olympic swimmers. Let us do our job. Let us do the best that we can to deliver on WP's mission. We have the energy, we have the capacity. We just need to be able to do it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Anna. 6 minutes as well. Well done. Well done. Excellent. Getting some claps from Edna there as well. Okay, that was good. Can you just go back to share screen and just leave your edit, leave it PowerPoint in edit mode so I can just see the actual slides so I want to refer to them. Okay, so the rest of you, that's great, Anna, yeah. The rest of you, okay, so if you were at HQ, one of the senior managers at HQ, and you had 6 minutes with Anna and you heard that, what do you think? How do you think it went? Over to you. Comments from the crowd, please. Vera, please, yeah.
I think that it will set me thinking about the kind of requests that we send to the country office. I took note of the gentleman sitting on the photo of the guy on the donkey or whatever. That was very impactful, and with the women sitting down and the messaging as well. I thought that came out quite clearly with the data collection. And maybe not with the other aspects of the bureaucracy, but this was clear that you should not ask for information that you may not need because it takes a lot of effort to get it.
Yeah, thank you, Vera. Yeah, I thought the strongest element was probably the data bit. But anyway, I will comment at the end. Thank you, Vera. Lydia, what comments from you?
For me, one of the things that stood out that I liked a couple of things, but probably my favorite was the tone, because she was very much connecting. She's not talking down to them, she's not below them. It's very much sounded like a conversation with colleagues. It's like they were in a room, and the tone was my favorite part. But I also like the visuals, and the swimming is somewhat energizing. It just gets you thinking, very good adrenaline. I like the visuals. My only issue was the quotes, as good as I think they were. We need time to reflect on them, and here we are in just 6 minutes. So I don't know what we should do with a thing like that. But even the very topic, I think, is very pertinent. And it's the things that people go through in the field. That's just my submission. Yeah.
Thank you, Lydia. Very worthwhile comments, which I will go back to as well. And Edna, what about you? What comments have you got?
Well, if I was a senior level team management manager, I probably would get this message, because the visuals were, as Vera said, were very well used and very important, especially regarding the risks associated to data collection in the field. That picture was very, very strong, and was sharing a very strong message to the management. So I think it was a very good presentation. The quotes also were very, very important here, to share the message to the senior management. Very good. Over.
Great. Thank you, Edna. As well, good comments. Okay, so what did I think? Well, I think Lydia made a very good point about the tone, Anna, actually. I was slightly worried when we did our one-to-ones that I thought, ooh, you're going to have to be very, very diplomatic here, otherwise you could upset management, and that's not really going to help you. But I thought the tone was was good, was set at the right level. It was a plea as opposed to an accusing of management. It was more of a plea from the ground. And I think that did come across pretty well. I thought the use of quotes was good. Possibly, I think Lydia made a point as well about, or maybe Vera, I can't remember, about having a little bit more time to reflect on them. We're not talking long, we're talking seconds. But maybe when you bring up a quote, leave it for, I mean, the quote you've got on the screen now, bureaucracy, the rule of no one, has become the modern form of despotism. Bring it up, leave it for 3 seconds, which is enough for anybody to read it, and then talk about it, maybe. Yeah, I thought that was good. What would I fix? I thought great use of imagery as well, and I love the way you switched from slide 5 to slide 6, saying this quote, I think it was from Marissa Mayer. Yeah, well, that's all well and good. Yeah, but only if you're sitting here. I thought that was quite nice the way you did that. Click, bring in, sitting here. Oh, that's where I sit, as a, you know, in Rome. Yeah, okay. So that was quite a nice use of it. I thought the data, as I said, I think the data theme was probably the strongest, and I thought probably your strongest argument was using slides 7 and slides 9. Yeah, that we are possibly putting our people in harm's way. We're probably being inefficient in the use of their time. And also we're demanding of beneficiaries when we ask for data as well. So I thought those images, and especially image 7, I thought that was very powerful. There he is. That's the guy that you are asking to go out into the field, you know, disguised as a local for security reasons. I thought that was very powerful. Yeah, so that was pretty good. Okay, so what would I change? Okay, couldn't see you. Who was I speaking to? Anna, put your camera on now. Couldn't see you. If you can put your camera on.
Sorry, I'm struggling with. Okay.
Well, there you go. Yeah, yeah. It would have been nice to have seen you. It is, once again, this is quite a human to human thing. Yeah, in the classroom or in the lecture hall, it's obvious. Of course, you're going to be seen unless you're hiding behind a wall. But even in these situations of a Zoom or Teams thing, put yourself on camera so I can see who is actually speaking. Yeah, I think that's the thing. Your teaser. Okay, let's talk about your teaser. Your teaser really was the drowning, I thought. And I thought that was good. And the way you used the drowning and then came back to the Olympic swimmer, brilliant. Great teaser. What threw me slightly is, I think your first slide is about bureaucracy, and that's actually your first theme. So actually, I think you got those the wrong way around.
Yeah.
I think you could have started with your teaser. Yeah, this is a picture of us in the field. Yeah, we are drowning in demands, in process, in bureaucracy. Yeah, that is how we feel. Yeah, I'm here to talk to you so you can get a better understanding of what those impositions from HQ do on the ground. I'm going to talk about the impact of increased bureaucracy. I'm going to talk about data collection. And I'm going to talk about, I wasn't quite sure what your third theme was.
Well, I didn't have one. I took it out.
Ah, okay. Yeah, but threes would have been more comfortable in threes. It just would have been more comfortable in threes. Yeah. What was your third theme? You did have a third theme. What was it?
Yeah, it was local knowledge.
Yes, it was local knowledge.
Yeah.
I think that's really important. Let us on the ground who have local knowledge, just let us get on and use that local knowledge and not come from Rome with great ideas, but not understanding the impact, the ramifications. I think that was, okay, so you took it out. It was noticeable, I think, and you could have used it. But anyway, Yeah, so this, yeah, I think swapping these slides and then bureaucracy, rule of no one. Oh, I'm going to talk about bureaucracy. Here we go. First theme, blah, 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 blah. That bureaucracy does this because I should be here. I'm stuck here. Yeah. Now I'm going to talk about data. Marissa Mayer. Yeah. All well and good. Bang. If you're here, off you go. Mark Twain. Brilliant. Great. So I think there's a slight change around there. And also your first slide, if you're in a situation like we were talking about, really should be maybe just a blank slide, or WFP or something, or Anna Law, WFP, country office Niger or something, just a blank slide, not a boom. Yeah. So just think about that. What else was there? Yeah, can you go to the Theresa May one? Yeah, okay, so you're starting to come out now. Yeah, you're starting to come out. But that's relevant to bureaucracy. So you could have used it in the bureaucracy theme. Yeah, but that's not what I want to talk about. Theresa May, you've got to ensure that everybody knows who Theresa May is, really. So Theresa May, ex-UK Prime Minister. Yeah, great. What I would say, and this is a great animation, yeah, we're getting rid of bureaucracy so that we're releasing time for police officers to be crime fighters. And then you say, I would replace police officers with program officers and crime fighters with humanitarian, whatever it is, I can't remember exactly. But then do it. Actually do it on the screen. Yeah. So you could have actually copied that. Yeah. And actually the easiest way of doing it is to just copy that entire slide. Yeah. Paste it after it. Yeah. In fact, you can do it now on the screen. Yeah. Go to that and now change police officers just on that screen. Yeah, program officers. Yeah, okay, so that's fine. Just leave that. So go back to slide 10. Yeah, so you make that statement, let people reflect on it, and then you'd say, I'd rather click. We went to program officers, blah blah blah, and maybe even highlight the change.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a little bit of kind of animation. Yeah, there you go. So just that's a simple thing. It's all these little things that would add to it. Yeah, add to it. But I especially like your teaser. We're drowning. This is us drowning. With your help, and basically you could say, with your help and your understanding, we can go from drowning to becoming, the Olympic swimmers. Yeah. So what did you think? What did you think of that?
It's hard. It's funny because even when you have exactly what you want to say, it's actually quite hard to say it in a concise and impactful way, because you're tempted to get dragged into. There's so much you want to say, right? Because you've been thinking about this for years and years.
Yeah, yeah, and that's why you have a plan. That's why you have a plan. You've written it down in your message house. This is what you want to say. There's loads more you could say, but you've written down, this is precisely what I'm going to say. And not precisely what, these are the points I'm going to make. Yeah, not precisely, because remember, we don't do verbatim scripts anymore. Yeah, you have your map that the house you've drawn, and you've got your notes because you've written, these are the things I'm going to talk about. I know I can talk about lots more, but I'm just going to limit it to this, concise, and then practicing it. There's no way around. There's no way around. Yeah. Anything else you wanted to comment on your own performance?
No, just thank you to everyone for the comments. Super helpful.
Yeah, great. Thank you very much, Anna. That's a good start. That's a good start. Some good learning there. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to Withdraw co-host permission from you, Anna. And now, Bintu, are you happy to proceed? Bintu, are you there?
Yes, James.
Okay, so are you happy to proceed with the presentation?
Yes, I'll try.
Okay, well, I'm going to make you co-host. Yeah, there you go. You should have something on your screen saying accept co-host. Yeah.
Not yet.
You are co-host now. So you should be able to go to your screen and look at the bottom and see where share screen is.
Okay.
Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, excellent. You're sharing your screen. Okay, go to that. That's it. Okay, we can see your notes. So if you go to the three dots, if you go to the three dots below the screen, yeah, keep cursor below. Go.
Is it okay?
All what we can see is your current slide, and we can also see your next slide as well, which isn't great. So it's not in full PowerPoint presentation mode. If you go just below the screen, you can see there's a pencil. There you go. Next to it. No, other way. Three dots. The three dots. Click on that. The three dots in the circle. The three dots in the circle. Click on that.
Yeah.
Click on that. Yeah, click that. And go to hide presenter view. No, it's gone the wrong one. Okay. Go back into presenter mode again. Display settings. Okay, exit your presentation and we'll come back into it. Okay, so now open your presentation again. Okay, so and go to share screen again, yeah. Go to share screen.
Can you see it?
No, you're not sharing your screen at the moment.
Okay.
Okay. Right. Go to presentation mode. So yeah, presentation mode. Okay, let's just go with that. Go with that. Okay.
Okay.
We'll go with that. Okay. Oh, and you've got transcriptions coming up in your PowerPoint. Interesting. Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
It's fine.
It's gonna be as good. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. Except we can see your next slide, which you shouldn't be able to see. This is in PowerPoint. This is a PowerPoint thing. You should not be able to see your next slide, but that's fine. Okay, so Bintu, tell us who is your audience and what do you want them to do? What's your objective?
My audience is a potential donors, and I want to share with him the hard value of a program we are doing on nutrition.
Okay, So what? But what do you want them? What do you want them to do? What do you want me to do if I'm a donor? And what do you want me to do?
I want you to see what's the impact of this program and how it can make change on the children's life in Burkina Faso.
Okay, but you don't want me to support you. You don't want me to give you any money. You just want me to see this is what's happening. Yeah.
For me, if you are okay and if you found a good thing in this presentation, then we'll have a bilateral conversation to do a proposal and then share the next step with you as donor.
Okay.
Here
Okay.
it's just to present the overview and what's the add value of this program.
So what do you want me to do? You want me at the end of this? What do you want me to do at the end of this presentation?
At the end of this presentation, I want you to how to say it? I want you to sell this program. I want this program to have a visibility.
Yeah, but as I'm sorry, I'm being very specific here because I have banged on about this a lot. What do you want the donor to do?
I want donor to give money after this presentation. Long term.
That's it. That's what you want me to do. You want me to see this presentation and go, okay, I want to support this program in whatever way, funding, whatever. So that's what you want me to do. Yeah. Okay. You don't just want me to make me aware of something, because I may be very aware of something, but there's something else more important over there, and I'm going to deal with that. You want me at the end of this to think, I want to support this. And then maybe we'll have a conversation and maybe we'll discuss whatever, but that's what you want me to do at the end of this, that I want to support this. Okay, fine, good. So everybody else, you are donors, potential donors. Okay, so Bintu, you have 6 minutes. Please proceed.
Okay. Thank you very much, donors, and I'm very happy to be in front of you today, sharing this specific initiative we are implementing here in Saint-Neuf at a smaller size, but we would like to do it at a very high level. If we can do it in all the country level, it will be a very good thing because it's specific and its hard value is very important for our activities. In Burkina Faso, we have facing a lot of challenges, and recently we have more than 3 million people which need humanitarian assistance. This is due to many things. The first thing is the conflict, and this conflict is general for all the main region, all the 4 main regions, and especially in the Centre-Nord, where I am living and where I want this program to be implemented. We are also facing every year climate shock. Sometimes it's the flood, and for sometimes it's the drought. And all these combined climate shock are impacting negatively our livelihood, and at the end impacting the food security and nutrition aspect of the children. The last but not the least is the COVID, which also have an impact on the food security. Where do we have all these data, the 3 million? We take away on one of the tools WFP is using every year to analyze the food insecurity context, which say cadre harmonisé. This cadre harmonisé is done on February and also in September to see how food insecurity, how drought, how all these things are combined, and to see how many people are living in the insecurity and how we can prepare to anticipate for the humanitarian assistance. So We also have what we say the SMART. This is specific for nutrition, and we last year showed that more than 20% children suffer from chronic malnutrition. So the main cause of this malnutrition is the lack of food and the lack of diversity of what they are eating. Who should these children who normally should consume complementary food rich in quality nutrition and energy. So we are here today because we talk together with the Ministry of Health and also some NGOs to implement in one of our communes a project which can have a supplementary benefit for the children, to show them the add value of this project, and also to collect data for the future to see how we can put it at a high level. This program, this pilot program, supplementary program, is a great importance in the national strategy because it's energetic and fortified complement, and it can also make you can also take it to prevent malnutrition for many children. It can also ensure a good nutrition health for all the children. We are sure for that because we have some tools we use to monitor this pilot project in the commune of Busuma. You can see some of this here, the post-distribution monitoring, distribution data. We also have complaint and feedback mechanism where people can call and tell us what they think, if they are okay or not okay with that. So you can be sure that you have all these tools available, which can make how to say, we can show a high value of this program. So if this program is not was not implemented, if we don't put this program at a very large level, we can have more than 3,000 children who can be compromised. So that's, I want to show you if we didn't do this program, what can be happen. And as you know, children is the future of this world. So my final message for you is to invite you to take a close look at nutrition in particularly and as a priority during the 1,000 days, the small children window opportunity, because that's where the future of children and therefore the future of society at stake, and nation is also depending on that. This is the overview of the pilot project I want to show you, and I am available to add future information and share with you any related information. Thank you very much, dear donors. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Bintu. Thank you very much. Excellent. Right. Okay. So, donors. Okay, donors. I want to ask you, donors. I want to ask you, what were the three big themes? What were the three big things that came out of that?
The three.
No, not you, Bintu. Oh, I'm talking to the rest of the team now.
Okay, sorry.
What were the three big things? You can put it in chat if you want. No?
Can I stop sharing? I can't see the message.
I'm looking. No one's answering.
Okay.
What are the team? The rest of the team, donors. What are the three things? They should be obvious. Vera, please.
Okay, so the negative impact of lack of money on the nutritional status,
Was that obvious? Well, I mean, it was obvious, was it? But three
Yeah.
things. What were the three things? Bang, bang, bang. What are the three things? Bang, bang, bang. What are the three themes? My point being, Bintu, my point being, as I don't know what the three themes were. If someone said to me, you saw that presentation by Bintu, what were the three things you remembered from it? I'd be able to say, well, it's quite bad. There, 300,000 children, possibly. Yeah, you're not making it easy for me because there weren't three themes really. I felt. Yeah, there weren't three themes. Was there a teaser? And a teaser that came back to the close? I'm not sure. But anyway, I'm speaking too much. Rest of the team, comments from you, please. Comments from you. Any comments? Any positive criticism for Bintu?
Okay, Jem, it's me again.
Yeah, Vera, yeah.
Okay, no, so I first want to actually applaud Bintu for the courage to do this because the language barrier was quite a bit for her.
Yeah,
I think so. That's my first comment. And yeah, I thought there was quite a bit of text, quite a bit of long text. So I noticed that I was reading like you said that we do, and then it goes off before you can finish reading. So I know that was one of the things that I noticed. And I think the slides were quite a few slides as well. Or it was 10. Okay, there were 10 slides. So why did I think maybe it's the text I was struggling to read? So
yeah,
that's information for myself, lesson to self. So I was reading a lot of text. So then I ended up thinking that it was a lot of slides. So that's one of my learnings on what you actual doing what you said that we shouldn't do. I've actually done it on the screen with looking through the presentation. But otherwise, as I said, kudos to Bintu again because it hasn't been easy for her to follow.
Yeah, no, absolutely, absolutely, yeah. No, thank you, Vera. Yeah, I think you make my main comment. Okay, so what did I think of it? Bintu, actually, looking at the slides, it looks quite professional. Looking at the slide deck, because you can when you can see the slides coming and you go, okay, yeah. But as I said, I couldn't really identify what the three themes were. Yeah, there was no teaser at the start. There's nothing that really make me sit up and really engage. Because remember, I'm a donor. I've had lots of these presentations, and everybody wants me to support their program. Yeah, here we go. Another presentation from another UN organization or another NGO. How does this one grab me very quickly? There wasn't a teaser, and therefore there wasn't a close. So there's that. But it looked professional. I mean, some good imagery in there. Some good imagery. So don't take that. A nice use of icons. If you go back to your slide 8, I think. Can you do that? Go back to slide 8, or no, before that. There, you see, yeah, nice. Tools available for monitoring. Yes, I think I'd probably want to know that. If I was going to give you my money, I'd want to know that you could monitoring it. Yeah, there you go, nice icons. What I would say, probably my biggest criticism to take away and work on it, is there were no builds at all. Yeah, with this, if you were going to talk to me about tools for monitoring, you could have brought them up one by one. Yeah, PDM dashboard, process monitoring, CSP, as you mentioned them. Yeah, can you go forward to slide 8? Yeah, okay, here we go. This is no. Tell you what, there's a word. No, okay, slide 8, 2 different fonts. 2 different fonts. No real excuse. 2 different fonts. So is the last bit about if this, therefore this program were not, is that the most important bit? because the other bits are in smaller font. Yeah, so it's a little bit confusing for me. Which one? So are you saying that's more important? The bit in red I can see is important, but why is the other stuff in smaller font? Is it not that important? Yeah. If you go to slide 5 or slide 6, I think. Yeah. Well, no, that one. No, 6. Whoa. Oh, and there's another one. Oh, this one. Yeah. Okay. Once again, font. Yeah, font. There's some really small writing there. Am I meant to read that? I don't know. But as Vera said, and I think most people will recognize now, and this is a learning point. This is all for you to all learn. Okay. As soon as you put that slide up, and you, Bintu, were talking about supplementary distribution, I was actually looking at psychomotor development, because it caught my eye. Yeah, so you're talking one thing, I'm reading something else. And that isn't really helping in the communication process. Okay, so use builds. Okay, that's bring the first point up, click, the second point up in the same font, click, the third. Yeah, so I'm not exposed to material which you're not yet talking about, because I will try and read it. Vera said, so, you know, we all do it. We all try and read other stuff. It's on what's on the page. Okay, so that was my biggest problem, because it looks professional as a slide deck. Yeah, and it's got good imagery. So you've got a lot of good stuff there. Yeah, and I do appreciate this is, you know, the language issue. As I've said at the start, respect for all of you who are doing this in your second or third language. Also, finally, no camera. I couldn't see you. Bintu, put your camera on. Let's see you.
Now, as I'm sharing my screen, I can see.
I can't see your camera though. You should be able to put your
Okay.
camera on as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
There you go. Wow, Bintu, you're looking great. Hey, look. It's, you know, now I know who I'm talking to. And actually, you were looking fantastic.
Thank you.
And your background is good. Your background's great. Your background is clear. No distractions. Absolutely. There's no reason why we, yeah, so don't forget. You know, let me see you. I will engage as a human being if I know who the other person who's talking to me is. Yeah. So Bintu, I think I've been a little bit harsh, possibly, but this is all learning. This is a safe space that we're in now. Okay. So what did you think of it? What comments have you got?
Thank you. I thank you for all your feedback. I will take it to improve my future communication with donors. I just want to say that the form I use is not a mistake. For example, in this diapo, when you see which provide children, etc., is small than the first one. I did it so, how to say it? I did it, it's not a mistake. I choose to do it like this.
Okay.
Yes. And
Okay.
I didn't understand when you say use build. Maybe if someone can tell me in French.
Okay. Yeah. Builds. I'm not sure whether you were in the presentation, the lecture when I talked about builds, but it is on the app. If you go onto the app, which I know is in English, builds. What I'm going to do. I haven't really got time now to do it, but builds are where you bring up a point on the screen, and then you build the build. You're building the slide. Click the next point. Click the next point. Click. Yeah. You never bring all the points up at once. Yeah. Because I will try and read the bottom one when you're still talking about the first one. Yeah, and that is distracting. Okay, that is distracting.
Okay, it's well noted. Thank you.
Great, thank you. But thank you, Bintu. There was some good stuff there because actually it looked very professional as a slide deck, good imagery. Now you just got to start using the tools and ideas that we've gone and try to break it into 3 themes and have a teaser and a close. Great, well done, well done.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, right, now we are going to, I'm going to withdraw co-host permission. Now we're going to go to Freetown in Sierra Leone. Lydia, you are next. I'm going to make you co-host. Excuse me. There you go. Lydia, you are now the co-host. Hello, Lydia.
Hi, Jen. So where do we begin? I'm trying to see. To share the screen.
Share the screen. Yeah, share the screen.
Okay. Do I go and find my, because I have my file on the desktop.
Yeah, that's fine.
Do I go to share? Do I go to share?
Yeah, go to share screen now. Yeah. Okay, so now open your PowerPoint.
Where is it? Where is it? Oh my. Can I use my PDF for one? Can I use PDF, Jim?
Well, you can, but then you lose all the capabilities. PDF is just a document.
This is it. This is it.
This is your PowerPoint.
Yes.
Okay, well, go for it. So put it into presentation mode.
Is that
you're not sharing? Yeah, that's it. Yeah, put it into so that's down the bottom.
Bottom. Where is that?
Okay. No. Yeah, no. See where it says in the bottom, it says notes, and then there's an icon.
Oh my goodness. I don't even know I don't know what you're seeing and what I am seeing.
Well, did you if now
I just see you're sharing your screen and stop share.
Yeah. Can you see your PowerPoint in edit mode?
Yes, I see it.
Okay, well now just go to present mode. As you would normally do with the PowerPoint.
Up here? Up here.
Just as you would normally do it.
Yes, this one.
Whatever you normally do. There you go. Yeah, brilliant. That's it.
Okay.
You're in. Okay. We can just all we can see on the screen is Charles Dickens. Okay. Before you start, Lydia, I want you to explain what your objective is, who your audience is, and what you want them to do.
My audience is donors. I would like them to contribute money to save the water source of Freetown.
Right. Okay, so it's the donors, and you want them to contribute funds to save the water sources of Freetown. Okay, so everybody else, you are donors now listening to Lydia. Lydia, you have 6 minutes. Please carry on.
Hello, everyone. Long ago, there was a man called Charles Dickens who wrote a book called A Tale of Two Cities. And I want to tell you about 2 cities. I'll start with Cape Town. Oh my goodness. I'll start with Cape Town. In 2019, Cape Town encountered a problem. It came 90 days away from completely running out of water. And they took desperate measures. Things like washing cars were banned, and people were advised to ration water for bathing. And there was a lot of sensitization where people were told to not flush their toilets unless it was absolutely necessary. That is how much panic the city encountered. But I'll not spend much time on Cape Town because it's very urgent that I tell you about the other town, the other city, and that is Freetown, where I live. What I want to tell you today is that there is a crisis in the making. The main and only water source of Freetown is depreciating because so many trees are being cut. I am here that you will partner with us to reverse the situation and save this capital city. I'll talk to you about three things. I'll tell you what has happened. I'll tell you what will happen if we don't take action. And thirdly, I would like to share with you the plan that we have to change the situation. In terms of what has happened in the last 7 years, 4,000 hectares of trees have been cut at the Guma Valley, which is the only source of water for Freetown. It's a reserve. And that 4,000 hectares is roughly the size of 10,000 football pitches, as you know them. Consequently, 34 hectares of water have been lost because the reserve is shrinking. And that means the hectares have reduced from 101 to 67. And that is not even nearly half the story. The story is here. In that, in the last 1.5 years, roughly, the rate of the depreciation of the valley, the rate of tree cutting has increased 11 times. So of the 4,000 hectares of forests that have been lost, roughly 2/3 of it has been lost in just the last 1.5 years. The Guma Valley is supposed to be a protected territory. It is in law a protected territory. Yet people have gone in, cut down the trees to cook fish, to sell firewood, and to build 900 houses inside the protected territory. Another 14,000 houses have been built on the periphery. For only $3 million, we can avert a catastrophe. And I'll go to what will happen if we do not take action. This is what will happen. The taps of Freetown will run dry. They will rust and grow cobwebs. Life will be taken out of Freetown. It will be like the city has died. And that is because of the value of water. When people go to Mars, normally what are they looking for as a sign of life? Yes, you might have guessed it. It is water. Because water is life. But imagine a city called Freetown, a city of 1.2 million people going without drinking water. That will be the last straw. Diseases will come knocking at people's doors in a city that is already known for its epidemics and for poor planning and for poor waste management. Hospitals will close, schools will close, banks will close. And what will follow? Civil unrest. For only $3 million, we can avert a catastrophe. And I'll go to the plan that we have next. The first thing that we have, our entry point was to build massive pillars that will mark off the perimeter of the Guma Valley so that everybody will know the protected territory. We shall educate 40 communities on the dangers of cutting trees. We shall train, working with partners, we shall train guards, 100 community guards that will be helping in policing the Guma Valley. And we will plant 250,000 trees, local species of trees, to regrow the green area. And what's really exciting is that we're going to be working a lot with young people who will be receiving a cash incentive for doing most of this work, for planting the pillars, for growing the trees. And we will turn these young people and the women into champions. Many of them took part in cutting down the trees, but now we want to turn them into agents of change, using cash-based transfers, working with the government, working with local partners. These things have worked before. There's a place called Kwimba in Tanzania where there was trees were cut because of they needed to eradicate tsetse flies. But then in 9 years, the communities managed to rebuild 6.4 million trees. This also worked again on this very continent in Eritrea in the mid-1990s, where there was also a crisis in central Eritrea and a lot of eucalyptus trees were built and the area was rebuilt. The exciting thing are these people that we are going to work with, the young people. Not only will they be working on this project, they will have jobs in a place where there's very few jobs for young people. A friend of mine once told me that the largest concentration of wealthy people in the world is in Cape Town. And I don't know if that is true, but I know that Freetown is a far cry. It is the capital of the 7th least developed country in the world. Sierra Leone simply cannot afford to pay the bill, even if it is the one that has caused the damage. But if we work together with you and we do our work, us and you, then this will happen. Tourists will come back to see the chimpanzees. Then they will come back to sail on the sea coach and to sit around the cotton tree. For only $3 million, we can avert a catastrophe, an apocalypse actually. Thank you for listening to me. That's the end of my presentation. Do you have questions?
Thank you very much, Lydia. Thank you very much. Okay, right. The rest of you, comments please on Lydia's presentation. Who would like to comment on Lydia's presentation? Vera, please.
Yeah, I think I'm talking too much. Nobody's talking, so let me take the first one. Yes, when Lydia started talking about the trees in Tanzania and Eritrea, I would have loved to have seen them. That was the first thing I thought of was, oh, okay, I would have loved to see those, the image of the trees, and I'm sure that would have, tickled more emotion for me.
No, absolutely. Yeah, I'm going to come back to visuals in a minute. That's a very good point, Vera. In fact, Lydia, can you just put your PowerPoint back on the screen, just in edit mode, because I might want to refer to it. Edna, you've got a comment.
Yes, in my opinion, it was a very, very good presentation. I liked the tone that she used, and also the fact that she was reiterating many times that for only 3 million, we could reverse the scenario. So since the audience is the donor, it was a very good strategy that showing all these pictures and visuals and then reiterating that only for 3 million, we could reverse the scenario. So it was a very good strategy. And yeah, congratulations. Over.
Thank you, Edna. Yeah, I'll come back to that point as well. You're all good. Well, this is good because you're picking up the points that I'm picking up, which is great. Anybody else want to comment on Lydia's before I do? No? Okay. Well, Lydia, that was pretty good in terms of structure. I knew where you were going. It's a great teaser, which you didn't really close on. Got it? But the Tale of Two Cities, Cape Town and Freetown, I liked that. That was good. I knew what you wanted from me. I knew what you were going to talk about. Yeah, you said, I'm going to tell you what's happened, what's going to happen if we don't do anything about it, and how we can stop it. So I knew what was coming. Yeah, that was all great. And the teaser was there. Yeah, Tale of Two Cities. That made me think, what? I thought she was going to talk about Freetown, but now she's talking about Cape Town. What? Oh, I see. Cape Town, Freetown, water. Okay, now yeah, you're drawing me in. You're teasing me, and that was great. That was absolutely great. I thought, yeah, the use of 3 million. In fact, can you go to that 3 million slide? Straightforward. No messing around. You know, maybe you could have put it central justified it, but yeah. But what you could have done is you could have hit me with that every time you said it. Yeah. Okay, we're starting to extend. You have 11 slides, but I think this is a simple slide, so you know, I think you could have just gone bang because you said it 3 times. You said it 3 times. With only 3 million, we can stop this catastrophe. You said it 3 times. Brilliant, 3 times. Maybe just think about when you say it, flash it up. Boom. Yeah, that was great. I like the way you did use 3s. You know, you said, you know, the shops will close, the schools will close, the banks will close. Yeah, great, really good. Good examples. As you say, Tanzania, Eritrea, this has happened before. You did give me a lot of data at the beginning about football fields, football pitches, and how many hectares, how many trees. So I think it might have been worthwhile just putting that data up. And this is probably where I think you let yourself down, is that I can see you're working with visuals, and you've got some really good ones. But as Vera said, some of the ones which might have been really good, like seeing the deforestation programs, would have been good. I noted you put that one with the guard dog. Put the one up there, the guard dog. Show that one. Yeah, that was up on the screen for about possibly even a minute, while you were talking also about educating communities, building these pillars. Yeah, you were talking about lots of things, but all I was seeing was this image of, actually quite a vicious image of a vicious guard dog and 100. Yeah. It's not a bad image, but you kept images up on the screen far too long. Yeah. When you talked about Mars, go to your Mars image. Yeah. I quite like that. Yeah, we talked about the Mars image, the essence of life. It could have been a teaser. I don't know whether you had to have the Cape Town and the Mars thing in the same presentation, but it was a nice thing. But that image was on the screen for possibly almost a minute after you'd made your point. So either go to a blank slide or go to your next slide. Yeah, because it's fine, but you were talking about something else completely, yeah, at the end of that minute, but you still had that on the screen. Yeah, so I think for you, that would be my main point that you need to address. Yeah, your visuals, they're good visuals, it's the way you use them now, and think judiciously about what other stuff do I put in there. Maybe some text, 100,000 trees, you know, X football pitches or whatever. I like the 11 times loss rate. That's big and in my face. Show me some of the people. You did show me some of the people you might be educating, but the guard dogs too long, Mars too long, stuff like that. Yeah, quite. So visuals, yeah, it's sorting the visuals out, but it's not a tiny thing. I think it detracted a bit. The fact you had good visuals, but they weren't necessarily used that well. Yeah. Also, I couldn't see you. You're the third person who's being shy and not showing yourself. Yeah, be proud. Be proud. Be proud.
You know,
be proud. Yeah?
I mean, I had no problem. I just couldn't remember all these things. You know, I just realized at the end that I was not on the screen and I couldn't find the video. So anyway, that's the problem. Just having to remember many things. And yeah.
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
see that actually. Yeah, you're trying to remember many
In
things.
fact, I thought that was the thing that everyone would begin with.
Yeah, yeah. But once again, I mean, suppose if you were delivering this for real in a lecture room, yeah, you'd have your notes, and on your notes you would have slide changes if you needed them. Yeah, so you'd know. Yeah, I put the Mars thing up there. Click, take it off now. So I'm talking about something else. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So they can. You're right. There can be quite a lot to think about.
Mhm.
Yeah, but the more preparation, planning, practice.
Yeah.
That's it, people. Nothing around that. But it was really good. It was actually very good presentation. Let down by the visuals not quite working, I thought. Yeah, but don't take that away from the fact it was very good.
That's fine. I like that. One of the, yeah, I like the fact that I could have gone to a blank slide. Yes, I'll keep that in mind. And then the other thing, what Vera was talking about, the trees, I totally agree. Now, my main worry was to not have too many visuals. So that was the other thing.
Yes. So be careful with your visuals. The chimpanzees, yeah, nice touch. Yeah, was that right? Maybe you could take the chimpanzees out and put something else in. Yeah, but yeah,
I thought it would surprise everyone, sort of coming from nowhere,
yeah,
talking
yeah,
about trees and
yeah.
then the chimpanzees.
It did a little bit. Yeah, yeah. And also go back to your teaser.
I did, Jim. I went back to Freetown. I mean, to Cape Town, about the rich people who live in Cape Town.
You?
Yes.
At the end, did you?
Yes, because I said a friend of mine said the biggest concentration of wealthy people is in
okay,
Cape Town.
yeah.
Then I said,
it wasn't.
but Freetown is a far cry.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't think it came across strongly.
Okay.
Yeah, I think, and visually, it's probably a good thing to go back to. Yeah, put it up visually. But that was good. That was good, Vera. That was good. Absolutely. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Right. Okay. Who is the next victim? The next victim is it's Vera. It's Vera. Sorry, did I say victim? No, sorry. Right, Vera, you are next. I'm going to take co-host from you and Vera. And then once Vera's done, we'll have a quick break. And then we're going to go Madani, Saidu, Edna, and Tidiane as well, because he's here today as well. Right, so Vera, where are you? There you are. Vera, you are now co-host. Okay. I've given you co-host permission, so you can now go to Zoom, go to share, and we're off. Okay, hi Vera.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have, oh, here you go. Yeah, you're sharing screen. Excellent.
I'm sharing the screen now.
Yeah, so now go to presentation mode.
Is it?
Not yet, no change yet. There we go. Yeah, you're there. Whoa, gone. I think you just got through most.
No, is there?
We've just got a blanks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a
blank.
blank.
We've
That is
got
there.
a blank. Okay, fine. Okay,
Yeah.
super. Thank you, Vera. Vera, I want you to explain to everybody what your objective is. Donor, sorry, who's your audience and what you want to do?
Okay, my audience is a mixture of an audience: development partners, donors, food processors, and traders and farmers. Because of what I'm pitching, and now I'm asking for partnerships to establish multi-user agro-processing factories.
Okay, super. Okay, so you've got a wide section of people, but you want all of these people to consider being partners with you to help establish these processing plants. Super. Right. Okay, Edna, you have 6 minutes, please, to convince us. Off you go. And you might consider, what did I say about camera? Is everybody? I don't know whether you want to be on.
I'll struggle a bit.
It's up to you.
I'll struggle a
you.
bit.
Okay, go ahead anyway. Doesn't matter. Go ahead.
So today's
for it.
presentation is titled Food for Thought, Stop the Rot. Now, what are we stopping the rot about? And how do we do that? We are stopping the rot of food rotting on the ground after it's been produced. That's what we're going to try to do today, with all of us working together. We are looking and asking all of you to partner with WFP to establish multi-user agro-processing factories all over Ghana. We already have some experience in that, and research shows that agro-processing is one of the key ways that we can achieve economic growth in the country. About 45%, almost half of Ghanaians do some kind of agricultural work. And a lot of them are smallholder farmers. You see Anochi in the photo down there. He has a farm size of a football field. Now, what it is that when he grows the food and it doesn't get picked by the market women, half of it goes rotten. That's half of the football field. That's half of his income that goes rotten. So he doesn't make any money for the energy and the amount of money that he puts into the farm. Agro-processing, as I said, will reduce post-harvest losses. And with doing that, it would also reduce food imports, because there'll be food that is canned on the shelves that can be used when the harvest season is over. It also increases employment, with several other people being able to sell the products and also work in the factories. So agro-processing, let's say it has more than 3 benefits, but these three are the key ones. We are talking about establishing multi-user agro-processing factories. A multi-user factory is one where several producers, maybe of tomatoes, come together and use the same factory. Today, it's called a Portadina that works in the factory. Tomorrow, on Tuesday, it is whole peeled tomatoes that comes to the factory. The only difference is their recipes and the branding, the packaging. So there are several users of the same factory. Now, what that does is that it cuts down the expense. Instead of establishing 10 factories at $15 million each, you have one factory at $15 million being used by 10 processors. So a lot more people can benefit from it. We have the same factory workers in the same building. And so that is efficiency at its peak. Why partner with WFP? WFP has a fantastic success story in Ghana in the company of Premium Foods located in Kumasi. WFP supported Premium Foods with some funding, which was given to us by the Canadian government. With that funding, Premium Foods was able to leverage additional funding from the banks, and they established this large factory in Kumasi. It is one of the largest super cereal producers in Ghana. Now, super cereal is a blended cereal that WFP uses in its malnutrition programs all over the world. Premium Foods was supported by WFP, not just with money, but also we helped to give them training in food safety and quality, continuous food safety and quality. And as a result, they were able to become one of WFP's key manufacturing companies. And now they are suppliers of super cereal to WFP globally, not just in Ghana. They're exporting to Burkina Faso and to other countries in sub-Saharan Africa and outside the continent as well. The Premium Foods story. They have been able to help over 15,000 farming families. They buy from them, so their food doesn't go rotten like you saw in the photo. Through their support and the work that they do, they have created more than 100,000 direct and indirect jobs along the chain of work that they do. And then with the export, they have been able to export over $6 million of food to neighboring countries. And that is bringing in a lot of very much needed foreign exchange in the country at the moment. So why now? Why is WFP asking for this kind of intervention now? Food, there's talk about food security all over the world, and food is becoming scarce. It's becoming scarce and expensive. Expensive to bring in food, to import food, when the one that we produce rots on the ground. We don't have the money for that anymore. The country is struggling with raising dollars to import foods. So that is what brings in the sense of urgency. That is why we need to work together now. Joining hands, we will be able to reduce the rot. We will be able to turn the tide, and we will be able to change the lives of smallholder farmers in Ghana. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much, Vera. Thank you very much. And claps from other people as well. Brilliant. Okay, right. So, well, okay. The rest of you, you are potential partners for this. Yeah. And Vera, if you can just go back to edit mode so we can refer to some of your slides, that would be great. So the rest of you, what do you think? Do you fancy partnering with WFP?
What is edit mode?
Yeah, the rest of the team, what do you think?
Oh, dear.
There you go. That's it. Very good. Anna, yeah, please, Anna.
I thought it was fantastic. I thought it was very engaging. And as a potential partner, I think Vera really made me trust WFP. I mean, it really felt like, oh, this is an organization, you know, that's serious, that I can trust. To me, I really walked away with this sense of trust.
Yeah, very good point. And we'll talk about why that is in a minute. Yeah, thank you, Anna. Anybody else want to comment on Vera's presentation? Tidiane, I noticed you put your hands together. Do you want to comment on the presentation? Well, Edna's got a hand up anyway. Edna.
Yes, I just have a few comments because it was a very good presentation as well. I liked the use of tree. She used it during the presentation. It was very good. The teaser was also very good. The first picture, the tomatoes there, it was good. And it was possible to see, she was able to demonstrate the added value of partnering with WFP. So she shared concrete examples, numbers. It was very good. And I think that this was a very, one of the main interesting things during the presentation.
Yeah. Great. Thank you, Edna. Yeah. And once again, you're bringing up points which I am going to just reiterate. If there are no other comments, then I will now reiterate some of them. Yeah, the trust thing. Yeah, I mean, we saw through a story. Yeah, at the end, we saw how WFP had worked with someone to produce this processing plant. We also saw a story at the start with the football pitch. You know, that story of the farmer as well. Yeah, and I like the way actually you visually demonstrated the impact by showing this is the size of the farmer's field, a football pitch. This half is wasted. Yeah, how appalling is that? And you could see it visually. I thought that was very, very good as well. as Edna said, the use of threes, really good, really powerful. They were coming through. Yeah, absolutely. I thought that your themes were pretty straightforward. Yeah. Why agro-processing? Why multi-user agro-processing? And why WFP and why now? The separate, the last thing. I felt that it faded a little bit at the end, that the why now bit, you had the words, but you didn't have any visuals for it, which it had been so good visually up to that point. I felt, well, you were just talking about quite an important thing about why now, but there wasn't anything else to it. So I felt it sort of petered out a little bit towards the end. Good teaser image, as you said, the rotting food. Close with that teaser image. Yeah. Maybe, close the teaser, put that rotting food on, click, all of a sudden you've got nice, bright, fresh tomatoes. Yeah. Work together in partnership, we can stop the rot and end up with this. Yeah. Or end up with those tins of tomatoes you showed. Yeah. Come back to the teaser. I thought the builds, you had some good builds at the start, but then you didn't at the end. So if you go to slide 5, you can click on slide 5. Yeah, really good information, but you were talking about investment and I was reading about efficiency. So you didn't do a build there, and there was somewhere else where you didn't do a build as well. Yeah, quite easy. Click, click, click. Yeah, they come up. But I thought it was pretty good. The transition was interesting. A swipe, yeah, it's relatively subtle. I happen to prefer fades myself, but yeah, I'm not a problem. Not about just swiping in. That was good. And the only thing is, yeah, really good imagery. It flowed very, very well. Yeah, I'm being picky. I'm being picky because I suppose I'm being picky because you've shown me the good stuff, but you haven't taken it to the like the builds. You've shown me good stuff, and then you haven't quite completed them. Yeah, really good image. Like this slide, really good, strong imagery, great points, but it wasn't a build. So I am being picky. So because it was actually pretty good. Finally, of course, camera. If we could have seen you, I know Vera often has problems in that she's upside down. But I don't know whether that was the case. Vera, do you want to just go on camera to prove whether you're upside down or not today?
No,
you're the
right side up.
Right side up.
You know what? With the bills, I actually remembered, but I was struggling. It wasn't coming, so I stopped. I don't know whether there are some of the colleagues who had the same thing. I remembered that we should try and put in, but it was a tech challenge.
Okay, but you did. I think one of your first 1 or 2 slides you had built.
And the rest of them didn't work.
Okay, it's practice. It's practice. You know you can do it because you have done it in earlier slides. You know you can do it. So what did you think, Beryl? What comments have you got?
I thought it came out a bit better than I had thought. The comments from the team are very encouraging, seriously. And then, yes, I have taken note about the closing, but I wanted the hand there, and I didn't think about the way you had said that, yes, with the hands, and then I could still repeat the image of the rotting food, and you've given an even better idea, the rotting food and then fresh tomatoes, so or canned tomatoes. So I didn't think about that because I wanted the hands working together to be the closing image. But so this is a great idea. I think it's with everybody. I'm sure if we had a bit of time, we'll be able to
I know
all the points that you gave to us. But it's been helpful anyway. The points have been helpful, and yeah, hopefully.
Great. Okay. No, that's it. You're all showing that you could all use some of the tools. And yes, if you had more time, you could then use more of them to more effect. You haven't had time to do it. Realistically, if this was a really serious presentation to serious partners, of course you'd take more time over it. I haven't given you that option. Yeah. But well done. Really good use of some stuff. The threes, good imagery, good analogies, and yeah, show me a story. he told me a story, and two stories, in fact. Stories are great. Thank you very much, Vera. Right, okay, so what we're going to do now is take a little break. Let me see, what am I going to do here as participants? I'm going to just take you off co-host, and then after the break, yeah, we're going with the next one. The next one is Madani. You're going to be giving a presentation after a 5-minute break. Okay, so what I will do, Madani, is I'm going to give you co-host permission so you can spend the next few minutes messing around. Yeah, but for the rest of us, we will take 5 minutes. 5 minutes, please. So back at 5 to the hour, please, because we have got a fair bit to get through yet. Okay, 5 to the hour. See you in 5 minutes. Hi, Madani, are you there? Hello, Madani. Hello, Madani. Hello, Madani, are you there? Hello, Madani, are you there? Hello, Madani. Okay, hello all. It is now 5 to the hour. Can you please put your cameras on? For 2 reasons. One, so I can see that you're there. And also, we're going to take a group photograph. So, you know, make sure you're looking your best, okay? Make sure you're looking your best. All right. Okay. Lydia looking beautiful. In fact, ladies looking beautiful. Tidiane, yeah, smart. Anna, Bintu, Madani, Saidu. Put your cameras on. Unfortunately, I've just seen we have regrets from Edgar, who can't make it. He's out at the office this morning. Bintu and Anna. Come on, Bintu, because you are looking glorious this morning. So I think we definitely want to see you on camera. Excellent. Anna. Anna's drowning in bureaucracy, so she can't make it to the camera. No, she's here. Yeah. Saidu and Madani. Saidu, there he is. Madani, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Can you put your camera on?
Okay.
Excellent. Right, everybody, I'm going to take a quick snapshot. Okay, so wave to the camera or smile to the camera or wave. 1, 2, 3, now. Oh, beautiful. Looking great. Looking great. Right. Okay.
And we try another one. Okay.
You can take one now. Yeah, you can see if you want to take a screenshot now yourself, go for it. Yeah. But I'll take another one if you wish as well. You ready? 1, 2, 3, smile. Great, super. Okay, we're done.
Yeah.
We're done. Right. Thank you very much. Madani, you have co-host rights now. Yeah. So can you first share your screen? Madani?
Yeah,
Can you share your screen?
yeah, I'm going to share my screen. Please, excuse me. Okay, share. Okay.
Okay. Great. Thank you. Okay.
Okay. Good morning, everyone.
Okay, hang on a minute. Wait a minute, Madani. Wait a minute. First, can you tell us what is your objective? Who are you speaking to, and what do you want them to do?
Okay. Firstly, please excuse me my English level. I'm a francophone, but I try to present in English. My objective is to find a funding, but to provide food assistance and food and nutrition assistance and meal for the refugees in Beira camp in Mauritania. Beira camp, refugee in Beira camp. In Beira camp, we have a problem. We have a gap to cover.
You can tell us. Hang on, Madani, that's fine. You can tell us in a minute.
Yeah.
Tell us in a minute. Okay, so everybody else, you are donors, yeah? And Madani wants you as donors to fund this specific project in Mabera camp, okay?
Yep.
Okay, now Madani, you are still showing on the screen edit mode. So you might want to go to presentation mode.
Okay.
Okay, that's great. Madani, you have 6 minutes.
Okay.
Off you go, please.
Okay. Thank you. In Bera camp, we have a problem to provide assistance November and December 22. Well, but we have a gap. We have a funding. We have a funding gap. In Bera camp, in the 2022, we have influx more refugees, 10,000 new refugees come to Mbera camp. We have also a production, agriculture production in Mbera camp because in 2021 we have a drought. This drought we have a problem. Agriculture production is dropped 40%. We are rising of food stop basis in general. In Bera camp, we have also food insecurity increase from 520% in April to 2021 to 50% in April 2022. Also, we have a game problem in Mbera camp. The global acute malnutrition rate for children 6 to 95 age increased from 8.5% in 2021 to 9.2% in 2022. Also, the attendance is decreased. School attendance is decreased about 5% in 20 compared to 2% in 2022. In light of above, WP has intended it engage with donor to mobilize additional resources to enable it to cover it for the remainder of the year. Our objective of this third version is to improve food and nutritional as well and educational for refugees in Bera camp. We have three themes. The one thing is the food insecurity. The food insecurity is determined here for food consumption score. The food consumption score is a measure of dietary, meal frequency, and relative nutritional importance of food consumption. A high food consumption score increases the likelihood household food intake is cake. The food consumption score is a good indicator that estimates the current state of food security and correlate with other food indicator. In 2022, through this indicator, food insecurity has reached 50% of household compared to 520% in this here the presentation who help us to compare the food concept by graphic to compare the food consumption, the food score consumption consumption 2022 to 2021. Here I talk about the global acute malnutrition. This picture, the children has acute malnutrition in Bera camp. He caused by, among things, efficient food intake, poor practice of exercise, exclusive breastfeeding diseases. Poor feeding practice, example, early abrupt cessation of breastfeeding, food prohibition. In Bera camp, the game rate among children aged 6 to 50 months increased from 8.5% in 2021 to 9.2. So in 2022. Here the picture or the graphic talk about the game in Bera camp compared 2022 to 2021. So, here the malnutrition, if left untreated, could lead to repeat illness or disease, school firing, and the child's ability to understand decrease, increased risk of death. That why we ask the donor to bring us some funding to be addresses this problem in Mbera camp November and December. Here is the three terms who is attendance schools. The attendance schools is a problem when we don't provide the middle school in the student in the Mbera camp. In 2021, the attendance school was decreased 2% compared to 2022, where the attendance were decreased 5%. The distribution of middle school based on enriched flour makes it possible to improve the attendance in the school in the Mbera camp and even to maintain a good nutrition state of the student or people. Thank you. Please excuse me for my bad English. Also, yesterday I was on trip. Now I'm on paternity leave. I was on trip to Senegal, from Senegal to Mauritania. Why that my presentation I did it yesterday late. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Madani. Thank you. Thank you. Really huge respect that you did that, you know, in your second, third, like whatever it is, really. Yeah, huge respect. Yeah. And
Yeah.
one thing, yeah, never apologize. At the end of it, never apologize. You know, really, you know, just, you know, sorry for my bad English. No, just don't apologize. You got through it. Yeah. So well done. Well done. Okay. What about the rest of the team? Well, firstly, Madani, can you put your PowerPoint into edit mode again now? Go back to edit. So we can see all the slides. And the rest of the team, what did you think? What did you think? Any comments from the rest of the team?
Yes, as
Yeah,
for
Tidiane,
me, yeah, I think it was well done. I think Madani has just taken away my my presentation.
Oh well, you've got half an hour to write another one. You'll be fine, Tidiane.
Yeah, I was actually because seeing all the information given, the chat used, the images. I think he did a good job because I'm like comparing. We're not in a competition, but I'm like comparing what I have on hand. As I mentioned earlier, I'm new in the office, and since the other day we talked to you, Jam, I think you noticed that we didn't have our second session because I was just
Yeah, that's fine.
yeah, I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah, yeah,
in and out, and I'm new, and whenever I'm needed elsewhere, I'm just switch there. There is a workshop somewhere. Yesterday I participated, but today I intended to stay here at least to end this, to be with you, to be with the others, and see the presentation, so that will help me if I'm because
Okay.
we are having next week we're having a donors presentation, and it's also about food insecurity. So
Okay.
we worked on something like that. I was trying to get more images based on
Mhm.
what we do to do my presentation. So congratulations to Madani. It was great, full of useful information. If I'm a donor, I think it's okay. I double my check.
Okay, super, excellent. There you go. Tidiane's going to double his check. Okay, Tidiane, I have a question. Are you able to give? Do you want to give a presentation today, or are you happy just to observe?
I'm doing my best because before
It's up to
the
you.
time I'm doing it at the same time. I'm doing it at the same time, but I
Okay,
want
well,
to do it. And if there is any suggestion, any recommendation to be useful,
okay, that's super.
I
That's
want to
super.
do it.
Okay, okay, super, excellent. Okay, so back to any other comments on Madani's presentation? Okay, lots of the lessons we've already sort of picked up, yeah, as we've gone on. Madani, I thought that actually was pretty good. Yeah, okay. The language problem was there, but I'm sure if you did this in French and you use these imageries and what you're presenting, I'm sure it would be really, really good. However, I have a few things I do want to say. You didn't have a teaser, that thing at the start. Yeah, like when Lydia had Cape Town, Freetown. Something that makes me go, what? Yeah, there wasn't really a teaser. There was your first slide was a picture of the camp. Wasn't dramatic, didn't drag me in. So I'd think about a teaser and then a closeout. Yeah. What I would say is, okay, lots of text. If you go to slide 2, yeah, just bring up slide 2 on the screen. Yeah, right. Okay, here we go. So 1, lots of text. Too much text all at once. Yeah. Remember, use builds. You don't want me trying to read your first. Sorry, you don't want me trying to read your last bullet point when you are still talking about the first. You don't want that. It starts creating distraction. So you don't want use builds. Okay. Also in this, yeah, your introduction needs to be short. The teaser, yeah, what you want the donor to do, and what are the themes. I'm going to talk to you about food insecurity in Mabera camp. I'm going to talk to you about malnutrition, I think, in Mabera camp. I'm going to talk about school attendance, yeah. You just give me a flavor, yeah, because what you did is you spent a lot of time in the introduction, but then you repeated some of that information in your actual theme. Yeah. So you did it twice. Yeah. which is not a bad thing, but when you've only got 6 minutes, you haven't got time. Okay.
Okay.
So introduction, short and punchy, and then get into theme 1, theme 2, theme 3, which was great because I know what your themes were. You even had theme 1. Yeah, you don't need to write theme 1. You can just say, I'm going to talk about food insecurity. Yeah. Very good use of graphs. Hopefully all of you noticed very simple, understandable graphs, which made the point. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, go to slide 5. Made the point. Yeah, there it is. You could just talk. You could just talk about that. Yeah, you don't need to put any bullet points or text. You could just. It's obvious to me. You can just see it. Yeah. What I would say though, with okay, I've got 2 other things here. Your last graphic. Can you bring up your last graphic? Your last graph. I think it's the last one. Or maybe no, one before. Slide 7. Slide 7. Yeah. Okay. Great. I get the. I can see what's happening. What is MAM and what is MAS? You never actually mentioned that. Yeah. So as the audience, although I understand what you're saying, you've put something on the screen which you have not mentioned and I might not know about. So just be careful when you put something on the screen. Either you're sure that your audience understands it, or you're going to actually talk about it. Don't put stuff on the screen which no one understands. Yeah, so just be careful of that. And one final thing, we mentioned this school. You talked about school attendance in the. I think it was in the intro actually. Now, can you go to slide 8? Go to slide 8. Decline in school attendance. That's an interesting. Yeah. My question as a donor would be, okay, so it's declined by 5%. From what level? Yeah. Because if school attendance was at 100% and it dropped down to 5, dropped 5%, or it dropped 2% last year, 5% this year, that doesn't sound like a lot, because you're still at 93% attendance, which is pretty good. What's your base level? Yeah, if school attendance was only at 70% or 60% anyway, and it drops 55%, that's a lot. Yeah, so think about when you use numbers, how do they work? How do they work? Telling me it's dropped 5%. I don't know, is that down to 95% or is it down to 45%? Think about what you're saying with your numbers. Okay.
Okay.
But Danny, pretty good. Pretty good. Lots of good examples of good use of the techniques in that.
Okay.
Definitely. Have you got any comments, Madani?
I'm fine. I take notes. Is the point.
Great. Take notes, learn from everybody else. Yeah.
Okay.
And also
Okay.
one thing about Tidiane mentioned, don't be afraid to share these PowerPoints amongst each other.
Okay.
Yeah. Because you might find that Bintu, you might look at this slide and go, actually, there's some material in this slide which I could use for a presentation as well. So just an example, or Anna might look at something that Vera's produced and go, oh, that I could use something like that. Share. Thank you very much, Madani.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Right, I'm going to take you off from screen share, and we are now going to go to Saidu, I do believe. So Madani, withdraw co-host. Saidu, it's your turn next. Okay. Where are you?
Okay, Jem. Thanks.
hang on, I'm just going to give you, you haven't got co-host permission yet. I'm just going to give you co-host permission. There you go. Make co-host. So just going to, there you go. Right. View options. I'm going to take you off. Wait, why are you not doing that? Hang on a minute. Okay, share screen. Continue. Okay. Right, I'm now gonna, you have got, stop share. Right, there you go. Now, Saidu, you have co-host permission, so you can share your screen.
Okay.
Okay, looking good. Right. Okay, so Saidu, remind us who you're talking to and what do you want us to do?
Fine. Thank you, James.
Okay,
Excuse
so
for...
if you, that's fine. That's fine. But before you start, who is your audience? So okay, we can see it's donors. Donors
Okay.
are your audience. But what do you want the donors to do?
Okay, thank James. My audience is potential donors.
Yeah.
My objective is to urgently mobilize $75 million to provide food and nutrition assistance.
Okay. Wow. Okay. $75 million.
Is my objective. Yes.
Okay. Super. Great. So we all know. So the rest of you are donors. Saidu, if you want to go to presentation mode. Yeah. So
yes.
if you click on presentation mode, you're in edit mode at the moment. We can see all your slides. So if you go to presentation mode.
It's okay. We can start.
No, we're still seeing your edit, all your slides. So if you go into presentation mode, yeah.
Presentation.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. No. Oh no. Now we're seeing your slides again. Go back. That's fine. Let's go with that. Let's go with that. That's fine. Yeah. That will do. That will do.
It is fine.
Yeah, that's good enough, because otherwise it can be. That's fine. We're good. Okay.
Please.
Now. Yep.
Scream.
Yeah, go on then. Yeah. No, that's that could go wrong. There you go. That's it. That's it. Bingo.
It's fine.
That's fine. That is fine.
Thank you.
Okay. You have 6 minutes, Saidu. Off you go.
Okay. Thank you. Welcome, donors in WFP meeting with you. I thank you very much for your available and your habitual contribution. For you, for me, context in Burkina Faso, we have 4 regions most affected by food insecurity and nutrition in Burkina Faso, because you have affected by unprecedented crisis due an insecurity situation in the country. Actually, in the 4 regions most affected, 1 million of persons are affected, principally in IDPs. 350,000 persons suffer from malnutrition. 3,100 child die since the last 6 months, and 600 pregnant and lactating women lost their life due to hunger. Who is the problem in Burkina Faso operation? We have needed urgently $75 million to assist 1 million of persons for next 12 months. With $17.5 million, WFP can purchase 1,000 metric tons of food product and nutritional products to assist 1 million of persons. For delivering food in field to assist them, WFP use a private transporter to deliver where region is accessible. For inaccessible region, WFP can use UNAS to aircraft deliver. Why it is necessary to found WFP operation in Burkina Faso? Impact of the lack funding is catastrophic. Threat to the survival on 1 million people independent, more death of child and women can arrive if WFP don't have any money to fund operation. Thank you very much. It is the highlight of situation in Burkina Faso operation. I am able to answer your question. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much, Saidu. And once again,
my English is low English.
No, yeah. And great, seriously, great respect for you doing it in English. I do really appreciate you tried, absolutely. And I'm sure, like with Madani and others, if you take these things and do them in your mother tongue, it will be so much better. But well done. Okay.
Yes.
And you saw people put your hands together again, everyone, please. Yeah, absolutely. It's great. Okay, so let's go to everybody. What are your comments from the team? Positive criticism. Yeah, lots of claps there, Saidu. Positive criticism. Lydia, please.
Yeah, one of the things I liked was the pace at which Saidu went. He just took things very systematically and very clearly. One thing that I think this presentation needed and benefited a lot from would have been the build, especially as he talked of the figures one by one. They should have come one by one, but on the screen. But I liked the pace. I liked the calm. He seemed to be very calm and very deliberate. And I think he's quite relatable, actually, even to the donor.
Yeah.
And the language was not a problem for me who was listening. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, in a way, Saidu, because this isn't your mother tongue and you were speaking slowly. And it's the same with Madani, actually. You were speaking slowly, but there's that, in a way, that's a good thing. And maybe the English language speakers could take a lesson from that. That actually maybe the natural English speakers sometimes can speak too quickly. So that was good. That was good. Thank you, Lydia. Anybody else want to comment? Okay, then I will. They said it was really good. They are really good slides for a 6-minute presentation. It's about right. Can you just show me slide 2? Again, can you? You've hidden slide 2. Why did you hide slide 2?
By error.
By error.
Delete. Yes.
Ah, I see. Okay, so there may have been some good stuff, but anyway, that's fine. In fact, yeah. Can you unhide slide 2? Just click on slide 2. It should come up in edit mode. Click on slide 2.
Here.
2. No, 2. Slide 2. Just click on it. Slide 2. Slide 2. Yeah. Now click on that. There you go. Right now we can see it. Okay. So yeah, that would have been quite useful.
I done.
Yeah. Never mind. You missed it.
I delete you. I met you, and I don't know why.
Okay. Okay. So it's a mistake. It's a mistake.
For error. Yes.
But having said that, all your slides were pretty good. Were pretty good. Yeah. But what I would who's that? Madani. I was going to mute Madani. So all those slides were very, very good. But and I wrote it down. And I'm going to mention it again to all of you. And I wrote down on a post-it note, and Lydia has written it as well. Builds.
Okay,
builds. All of you, build. Yeah. You go to slide 3.
3.
Put slide 3 on.
Yeah.
Lots of information, all at once. Yeah. You might be talking about the 4 regions, but your audience may be looking at 600 pregnant women.
Okay.
It's distracting. Build, click, click, click. Same with slide 4. Yeah. You put everything on at once. Build it up. Yeah. Bring these images. Use animations. Play with your animations. All of you, play with the animations. Okay.
Okay.
But apart from that, I thought it was good. I thought the pace was good because you did slow down. I would say you mentioned there, okay, your donors might know what unhas is. They may, but just be careful. There may be some donors who don't. So if you do use acronyms, yeah, think about your audience. Will they understand it? Yeah. So unhas, United Nations Humanitarian Air Service. Yeah. Just to make sure that people do know what it is. Yeah.
Well noted.
Okay. But actually, Sadi, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. Okay. It was condensed. It was concise. Yeah. Any comments from you?
Thank you, James.
Yeah. Anything else you want to say?
For me is okay. Well noted by comment and your input. Thanks.
Great.
All.
Yeah, great. Thank you very much. Well done. Well done, Saidu. Okay. I shall take you off. I shall withdraw co-host permission. There you go. What I will do then is view options. Oh, where am I going? Share screen. Continue. Okay, right. Now we are going to Edna. Okay. And Edna, I'm going to give you co-host permission. And you may now stop share. You may now take control, Edna. Over to you. Hi, Edna. You there?
Yes, I'm trying to find my my screen.
If-
Here, no. Screen share.
There you go. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, let me just close it.
So go to your PowerPoint slide now.
Let me see.
Okay, looking good. Right. So before you start, Edna, who are you talking to and what do you want them to do?
Well, I'll be my audience is the donors, and I want them to allocate financial resources to our Energy for Schools project.
Great. Fantastic objective. You know what you want to do, you know who you're talking to. Edna, you have 6 minutes to convince us. Off you go.
Okay, so I'm going to make a presentation on the importance of using reliable energy for health, for education, and for the environment. In the next minutes, I will talk about the importance of investing in reliable energy for a better health, for a better education, and for a better environment. In this slideshow, you can see some pictures of the classrooms and also kitchens in some schools in Sao Tome and Principe. So as you can see, there's no light in the classrooms, there are no lights in the kitchen, no kitchen equipment, including refrigerators. So this is the current context in some of the schools in Sao Tome and Principe. Now I'm going to talk about the importance of investing in reliable energy for health. Why reliable energy is important for health? So reliable energy will help to protect the health in the school environment. Cooking smoke is a silent killer and is putting at risk the health of over 400 canteen cooks in Sao Tome and Principe. In fact, the use of food open fire in indoors and outdoor spaces are causing serious health damages to the canteen cooks, subject to inhaling large amounts of smoke daily. Reliable energy will also help to preserve nutritious food and improve health of school children. The vegetables, as you know, are vehicles for children's health. So access to reliable energy will allow the storage of vegetables and fruits for longer periods of time, thus improving the nutritious condition of schoolboys and girls. I will give you an example. Last week, I visited a primary school in the district of Lemba on the north of Sao Tome Island that was connected to the public electricity grid. And due to the heavy rains that hit that area in March of this year, the school, as well as the entire community, had no access to electricity for more than a week. So consequently, all food collected from the school garden has deteriorated, and that because of lack of energy for food preservation. So therefore, the children were deprived of school meals for more than a week, and many of them are vulnerable children. So they can only rely on this hot meal a day. So this is a concrete example that illustrates that access to reliable energy, such as solar energy, ensures access to nutritious food and consequently improves children's health and nutrition. So now I'm going to talk about the importance of investing in reliable energy for education. As you might be aware of, malnourished children learn less, concentrate less, and are less motivated. If the children are not able to eat properly in schools due to lack of energy, they will not be able to learn, to concentrate, and to be motivated. All 250 schools in the country do not have access to reliable energy for lighting the classrooms, for cooking, and for preserving the food. If the access to energy is compromised, education is compromised, and the future of the country is compromised. Teaching in dark classroom is more difficult than teaching in a light classroom. São Tomé and Príncipe, as you know, is a tropical country. It rains most of the year. On rainy days, there is less insulation and there are usually power cuts caused by falling trees, landslides, etc. So this means that on rainy days, teaching is compromised due to lack of light in the classrooms. It's also important to mention the importance of investing in modern education to build a modern world. So the use of technology at schools. São Tomé and Príncipe is a small island country. Geographically, the country is isolated. And curiously, the country is still one of the few countries, São Tomé is one of the few countries in the world where the use of computers in schools is not yet a reality. Computers, as you know nowadays, is a very important tool, is a key tool to be connected to the world. Now, I think that it's also important to say a few things about the importance of investing in reliable energy for the environment. Fossil fuel will be gradually replaced by renewable energy, by clean and reliable energy. There are many articles and studies that were published that prove the benefits of investing in renewable energy in detriment of fossil energy, and there is nothing that we can do to reverse this trend. So to save this planet, the next generation needs to adopt the practice of using renewable energy. As Bill Gates said, climate change is a terrible problem and it absolutely needs to be solved. It deserves to be a huge priority. This means that the next generation has a key role to play to reverse the impacts of climate change. It's not the Mother Nature that should protect us. It must be us protecting the Mother Nature. And the best way of doing it is investing in reliable, renewable energy. Another important aspect to note is that renewable energy is cheaper. Reliable energy is not only good for health, education, and environment, it's also cheaper. We could improve children's health because it's cheaper. We could improve the education in the long run because it's cheaper. And we could protect the environment in the long run because it's cheaper. So as a conclusion, the project that WFP will implement in São Tomé and Príncipe will solve the main challenges identified in selected primary schools served by the National School Feeding and Health Program with regards to access to reliable energy, with special attention to the use of green and cost-effective technologies, solar panels in this case. This is what we are planning to install. And we strongly believe that our partnership will change lives of thousands of children in Sao Tome. This is what we want to achieve in the next 5 years. And this is why solar panels will help the future. So I talked about better health, I talked about better education, and I also talked about better environment. So thank you for your attention, and please share your questions if you have any. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Edna. Obrigado. Yes, obrigado. I like that. Oh, yeah, excellent. Well done. Thank you very much. If you can put it in edit mode, thank you. So over to everybody else. What did you think of that? And now we can see you, Edna. Now we can see you. We couldn't see you during the presentation, but that's fine. It's fine. But yeah, comments from the rest of the team. What did we think of that? Am I gonna have to ask someone specifically? Lydia, hand up. Good old Lydia. Go for it. Yeah, Lydia, what do you think?
Yeah, I liked a couple of things. First of all, the pace, again, the clarity and the, the pace, and very, very audible. I like the threes. She used a number of threes. I like the recap, how she began, what she was going to do, and then came back to it.
Yes.
I would have liked to see some sort of teaser and over. But otherwise, I very much like the clarity and yeah.
Thank you very much, Lydia. Yeah, I mean, teaser. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm sitting in the UK. Yeah, but I thought there was a teaser, and I didn't think it was quite used as successfully as it could be at the end. I mean, the teaser being slide 2. Yeah, I mean, certainly if you show a Western donor, yeah, if you can bring slide 2, just bring slide 2 up. Just click on slide 2. If you show a Western donor and say this is how we teach people in the Sao Tome and Principe, it's pretty shocking. Pretty shocking. See that could be a school kitchen, and that could be your average school day in a classroom. Pretty shocking stuff. Maybe lots of donors, they've been around, they've seen it, and maybe it's not a teaser for them. Yeah. But I think at the end, when you brought up, if you go to your last slide, Lydia, there, I think maybe you could have brought up slide 2, yeah, and then clicked to this. We want to go from this to this, and then it would have been even more circular. Yeah. Okay. Any other comments from anybody else? No? You sure? Okay, right. What have I got to say about this? Well, almost perfectly formed. Because as Lydia said, we knew what you were doing. We knew where we were going. You said, I've got three things. I'm going to talk about this. I think maybe you could have been a little bit more clear at the start, saying I'm going to talk about this, this, and this. But certainly at the out, you said, I've talked to you about the benefits of reliable energy for health, for education, and for the environment. You just reminded me of what you've just gone through. Yeah, so I think it was quite well formed. To me, you did have a teaser, so that was good. Yeah. So in terms of its circularity, pretty good. Yeah. Your pace was great. Pace, nice and steady, good voice, absolutely fine. A little bit long. Yeah, so if you had to be very, very precise on your timing, yeah, you might have had a problem. So, but that's practice and stuff. And yeah, right. Okay, so having said there's all that good. Oh yes, also threes. You mentioned cheaper. Yeah, that reliable energy for for education, it's cheaper. Reliable energy for the education, it's cheaper. relying on anybody to save the environment. It's cheaper. I like that. You're reiterating, bang, bang, bang. Yeah. So that was great. That was great. What I would say is you talked an example about the primary school. I never saw a picture of the primary school. Would have been nice just to see what you were talking about. Yeah. The imagery you've got is good, but I think you could have used it a little bit more. I think you could have used it a little bit more. Yeah. Then on the themes themselves. Yeah. On the themes themselves. What are you doing now? What's this on the screen? There we go. There we go. Yeah. They were notes you'd taken, hadn't they? Yeah. Have you got the app, Edna? Have you downloaded the yeah, just to
No, I didn't.
haven't. Well, if you do, you didn't need to take notes. It's all everything we talked about there. Anyway, we digress. We digress. You're like everybody else, builds. Yeah. Just on this example here, this slide you've got here. Yeah. You talk about fossil fuel versus renewable energy. You talk about the climate, the damage, the fossil fuels. But on the screen, you've got renewable energy is cheaper. I'm focusing on that while you're talking about something else. Not good. You never want me to be concentrating on something else when you're talking. Yeah. So use builds. Yeah. Everyone use builds. Do you understand that? Yeah. So, yeah, builds. Also, your animations. I think you had they were swinging up from the bottom or something. I can't remember, but it was just be maybe a little bit more subtle. And maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just too old. Maybe, but I think some of your donors will be about my age. And they go, whoa, what's all that? You don't need to be too fancy with your animations. Nice and subtle. Yeah. So I'm just going back to the images. When you talk about slide 3, yeah, you talk about the health things about the smoke, and then you talked about fresh food, having fresh food and good refrigeration before you talked about the school. Well, it would have been good to see, yeah, what these fresh food in fridges, maybe in a school canteen at that point. Yeah, I'm being a little bit picky. I mean, a little bit, but by and large, it's really nicely formed. Yeah, nice. Yeah, Lydia said, the green bulb at the end. Yeah, that's a nice little, But I think the teaser first, and the teaser being proper, being the awful kitchen, the dark classroom. Click. Oh, here we go. This is what we want to go to. Yeah. So there. But anyway, pretty good. I'm struggling now to give critique. Edna, what did you think?
Well, I had very limited time to prepare my presentation, and I wasn't able to practice. So maybe that's because I probably exceeded the 6 minutes because I didn't practice. Yeah. Yes, but and also with the regarding the animation, I was planning to put even more. So it's good that you said.
Animations are fine. Just make them subtle. They've got to be subtle. Yeah. Okay. Subtle. That's all. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, I took note of your comments. Thank you.
Great, but that was pretty good. That was pretty good. So don't be too upset by it.
And also, the language is an issue. I'm a Portuguese speaker, so doing presentations in English sometimes,
Lydia, your language is great. Don't worry about it.
The confidence.
Yeah, that's good. But actually, like with Madani and with Saidu, and to a degree with Bintu, you're probably speaking at a better pace than some of the English speakers. because we are speaking maybe a little bit fast, maybe a little bit fast. Okay, but well done, all of you. Yeah. Tidiane hasn't had time to do his, so that's fine. But hopefully, Tidiane, you just learned from what you've just seen anyway, because that's the point of this. Everybody to learn from each other. Okay. Well, that kind of brings this all to an end. You'll be relieved to know. Can you please bring your cameras on so I can see that you are still with me before I let you go? Is everybody else there? Or am I speaking to the darkness? Excellent. Okay, all cameras on. Do you have any questions or comments at this point before we wrap up? Yeah, please, Tidiane, yeah.
First of all, I'm sorry I couldn't present the thing, and I'll try to get information from Saidu, Madani, and others, all of you, Feigenver. And I want to know the lesson on the platform. Are we still going to have access because of the book?
Yeah, you can access the app, no problems. You can download it to your phone, or you can access it on the web. Once you've registered, and when you register for the app, it's your own password. Make up your own password. So once you've downloaded the app, you basically registered on the app system, and therefore it'll be on your phone. It'll stay on your phone even if you haven't got signal, but you can also access it on the computer. On the LMS, the learning management system, not the app, which is the workbook. You will have that course available to you as long as I feel that you deserve it. The course will stay there. The course will stay there. So the recording of this session, it will go up on the system later on this afternoon. You will always be able to go back to that recording and have a look at it. Okay? So we're not just going to abandon you now and say, that's it. But do download the app. Do download the app. Okay.
Please, I don't know if you've seen properly. Is this the app here?
No, that's Moodle. That's a Moodle app. I mean, you could access the LMS.
Okay.
Via Moodle. It's not the app. What you want to do, and I mean, I'll just do this quickly. And show. On the LMS itself, when you go onto the LMS, there are instructions. Oh, there we go. There are oh dear, I've got to log back in. There are quite explicit instructions as to how to. Oh, come on. Log me out. Log out. Log in. Sorry about this. Technology. See, technology baffles me as well. 13E. Okay. All this text here, from point 2 on the main page, it will explain exactly how to download the app to your phone or to a desktop device. You don't download it to a desktop. It only gives you into a portal. Maybe I need to make that clearer. But please, go for it. Absolutely. All right. Okay, Vera, you had your hand up.
Yes, I did. Tidiane asked the question about whether we'll be able to access the LMS in the app. So
So basically, if you go to the LMS, say you can download the LMS on the phone, but on a Moodle app, but it's not as good on here. But you can go to the LMS as you have been for the last few days. You'll be able to access that forever. If you forget your password, then there is a thing to say, forgotten password, these are forgotten password thing, and the administrator will then change it for you and get back to you. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
You will need to go on the LMS though in the next few days, because the next steps are a post-training survey. Okay, that link will be sent to you, but it is also on the LMS. Okay, it's very simple. It's very simple, similar to the one that you've seen already. Yeah, it'll take about 8 to 10 minutes. Okay, you do that, but please take time to do that. That would be greatly appreciated. Okay, and then what's next? Certificates will be delivered to those who have done the survey and are judged to have done good attendance as well. You will be issued. Group photo we've taken. You all looked beautiful. That's fantastic. From me, respect for all of you, especially those who've done this in their second or third language. I can't stress that enough. Great respect. Ultimately, you've got all the tools and stuff, and me going builds, but ultimately it's about planning, preparation, that should be preparation, practice, and passion, which you all have for your subject. But planning, preparation, and practice, the nice 3. Okay. From me, well done. And also thank you. Thank you very much for being an engaging class. It helps me a lot more as a teacher, as a trainer, if I have people who are willing to engage in the process, and you did. Yeah, and finally, good luck to you all in your future presentations. Okay, so with that, that is end of lesson 4, that is end of session 4, and it is end of the module, end of the training, and it is precisely bang on time. Okay, so with that, everybody, I bid you farewell, but I wish you good luck. Thank you very much for your time. Maybe see you about.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Bye.
Thank you so
Bye now.
much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye to everybody.